Hello everybody, it's the GenerallyGoodGamer here, and we're with Gennaril, our brand new protagonist of this adventure. Level 1 warrior, and a hardcore character to boot. I'll get into that more in a bit, but for now, I have a brief backstory for our character, something to add flavour to our roamings around Azeroth. As I said, this is Gennaril. Gennaril is a young man, 18 years of age, fresh as a feather. He was born in Hearthglen, a town that was once a proud part of the Argent Dawn's efforts to reclaim and protect Lordaeron from the Scourge. Now is tightly controlled by the Scarlet Crusade. Since that time, life became increasingly oppressive. The once welcoming settlement of Hearthglen was transformed into a fortress of suspicion, zealous fanaticism. He is the eldest of 3 siblings. He's got 2 younger sisters, Claire and Helena. And his parents were former veterans of the Third War, opposed to the Scarlet's blind fanaticism. And it was this fanaticism that they opposed that marked his family as disloyal and forced them to live under constant scrutiny. When Gennaril was 16, tragedy struck. Scarlet patrols accused the family of harbouring heretical sympathies and attacked their home. Gennaril's father was severely wounded while protecting his family, and though untrained, Gennaril showed his bravery. He fought back, managing to drive off the patrol with his father's old sword. However, the incident left his family fractured and frightened. But Gennaril's resolve was steeled. Something inside him was lit. He vowed to escape the Scarlet's grip and one day return to Hearthglen, to the ideals, justice and protection that it once stood for. At 18 years of age, Gennaril saw his opportunity. There were whispers on the wind of the Argent Crusade's growing influence beyond the Scarlet-controlled lands. Inspired by their mission of hope and unity, Gennaril resolved to follow in his parents' footsteps, aligning himself with the Argent Crusade to fight for a better Azeroth. His father, although bedridden, supported his decision. "The Argent Crusade does not seek fanatics," his father said. "They seek those who would protect the weak, not punish them. You will find your path there." To avoid the Scarlet Crusade's watchful eyes, Gennaril fled Hearthglen under the cover of darkness. Unfortunately, he had to leave his sisters in his mother's care. His journey took him south, Elwynn Forest, where he sought refuge and training at Northshire Abbey. The starting grounds, the training grounds for many Stormwind's defenders. And this is where we join Gennaril. After making 2 laps around that building, and getting lost a number of times through Lakeshire and the wetlands and all over the place, Gennaril has eventually and finally made it to Northshire Abbey. Well, there's a person to talk to. Let's begin our journey. Deputy Willem, reporting for duty. "I hope you strapped your belt on tight, young warrior, because there's work to do here in Northshire, and I don't mean farming. The Stormwind Guards are hard-pressed to keep the peace here, with so many of us in distant lands and so many threats pressing close. And so we're enlisting the aid of anyone willing to defend their home and their alliance. If you're here to answer the call, then speak with my superior, Marshal McBride. He's inside the abbey behind me." "Will do." In we go. Make sure to accept the Gennaril. Gennaril isn't too sharp. He has a sharp blade, that's for certain. Mind-wise, though, lacking. Let's go. "Marshal McBride, reporting for duty, sir." "Hey, citizen, you look like a stout one. We guards are spread a little thin here, and we could use your help." Another volunteer. We're getting a lot of you these days. I hope it's enough. The human lands are threatened from without, and so many of our forces have been marshalled abroad. This in turn leaves room for corrupt and lawless groups to thrive within our borders. It's a many-fronted battle we wage, Gennaril. Gird yourself for a long campaign. Loins have been girded. Your first task is one of cleansing, General. A clan of kobolds have infested the woods to the north. Go there and fight the kobold vermin you find. Reduce their numbers that we may one day drive them from Northshire. It will be done. I've got my sword sharp and ready. Deputy, we spoke to the marshal inside. I've got something for you to do as well. Egan Peltskinner is looking for someone to hunt wolves for him. That's good news because we're seeing a lot more wolves in Northshire Valley lately. If you're interested, then speak with Egan. He's around the side of the abbey to the left. Okay, we'll speak with him. Egan. Egan, we were told to speak to you. I'm looking for someone to hunt me some wolves. Are you that person? Yes, we are. I hate those nasty timber wolves, but I sure like eating wolf steak. Bring me enough tough wolf meat and I will exchange it for something you'll find useful. Tough wolf meat is gathered from hunting the timber wolves and young wolves wandering the Northshire countryside. Okay, we'll do that. General's first foray. Killing some wolves. Now I will... there we go. Very quick. I was going to say, I was going to get rid of these things. I did it. Haven't done it. In the future, I will be getting rid of some of these bits and pieces of tatter on the map. We don't need those. And I've got a few things here as well I probably would like to get rid of. I'm not using all these action bars, so we'll have that gone by sometime in the future. It's nice to keep this all nice and clear. Anything extraneous that we don't need. So as I said, this is a hardcore character. In general, I've already talked to the shady person inside Northshire Abbey. So if you're not aware, in Turtle WoW, to play hardcore, the way to do that is... Gosh, what is this stuff? Execute, all that coming up. I need to get rid of that too. The way to play it is in hardcore, you talk to a shady man. That shady man does something to your soul, which makes it such that you can't revive, I suppose. Anyway, that's been done to our soul. So as we progress along General's path, I'll talk more about his backstory, more about him as a person. But let's ensure we get through at least the wolves first. Maybe some kobolds too before we get too invested in him. If he dies, then it'll be a wasted life for certain. Absolutely a wasted life. It's also a waste of my voice talking about a character that didn't make it. And there we go, our first ding. General is leveling up, level 2. He is cutting down these walls like nobody's business. Apparently these kobolds believe we're trying to take their candles. I don't think that's what we're trying to do. Something else that we would like to try for during this journey is to find General a nice lady friend. He never had much luck as a youngster. He had a tumultuous childhood, so really it wasn't on his mind. Well, that's a lie, it was always on his mind, but he never had the space, let's say. He was always on high alert with the Scarlet Crusade taking over his homeland, all the rest. So he never really managed to find a woman, and that's a surprise because He is so good looking. A very, very good looking guy. So that will be a side quest. General. Find love. I'm sure there's a way to tick these off. Maybe that's it. I think I've done it. I think we've done it very good. One other thing. It was a long journey from Hearthglen in the Western Plaguelands all the way down to Elwynn Forest, and as I said, he got lost a couple of times on the way. In doing so, he came across species that he hadn't met before. He'd never met a dwarf. He even came across what he believes was a high elf, but he was too nervous to go near, and to be honest, the high elf was, well, it was somewhat distant. Distant in terms of its persona. It wasn't interested in conversing. It wasn't interested. Not that General tried, but he got the distinct impression that the high elf thought himself superior. Definitely felt or sensed a feeling of contempt coming from the high elf. Or what he believes was the high elf. It could have been something else, but General hasn't much experience with the elven folk. He didn't come across any orcs though, and he'd long heard tales of the orcs, and Third War, the Second War, the tales of old, tales that his parents had told him, and he is very excited to meet them, not to chat or anything else, but to stare at, to gawp at, and well, I suppose it's something like, why do people go to see horror films? I don't think people tend to enjoy it, but I think it's the endorphin rush, being scared afterwards. They're there for that endorphin rush. And similarly, General wants to meet an orc, not because he wants to talk to it, but because he wants to be frightened. He wants the adrenaline rush that comes from meeting one, and he wants the endorphins. Now granted, thinking about it, General has no idea what endorphins are, or what adrenaline is probably. They don't probably talk about adrenaline very much, but he wants that feeling. He wants to be scared. He's a young man, we can let him off. But he does have experience with kobolds. Kobolds, he knows, are a proliferative race. Somewhat like rabbits, they seem to spawn out of nothing. So he'd often been tasked, after coming of age at age 16, to clear out a couple of the kobold vermin around Hearthglen. Earned himself an extra bit of pocket money. Yeah, Scarlet Crusaders would pay him. Egan, we have the pelts. Hey General, I'm getting hungry. Did you get that tough wolf meat? You've been busy. I can't wait to cook up that wolf meat. I have some things here you might want. Take your pick. Okay. Take the braces. Thanks, Egan. Braces, nice. I'll strap those to my wrist. Ah, I look really cool. Let's go. Gosh, what a nice young man. Let's talk to Deputy Willem again. Anything else, Deputy? We've finished what Egan wanted. Oh wow, what is that? Why do I feel like I'm stronger all of a sudden? Gosh. Eyes here, General. I've got a new task for you. Recently, a new group of thieves has been hanging around Northshire. They call themselves the Defias Brotherhood. Have you heard of them? Anyway, they've been seen across the river to the east. I don't know what they're up to, but I'm sure it's not good. Bring me the bandanas they wear and I'll reward you with a weapon. How do I get the bandanas? Do I ask them? No, use your sword. Okay. Right. Marshal McBride. Marshal, we've killed the kobolds. We cleaned them up. Well done, citizen. These kobolds are thieves and cowards, but in large numbers they pose a threat to us. And the humans of Stormwind do not need another threat. For defeating them, you have my gratitude and coin. Thanks, Marshal. Anything else? Two things. I was asked to bring this to your attention as soon as you return from the kobold camps, General. It appears to be a letter sealed with the insignia of Lane, our local warrior trainer. I wouldn't hesitate to read it before you go about any other business here in the Abbey. Okay, and secondly, my scouts tell me that the kobold infestation is larger than we had thought. A group of kobold workers is camped in an Echo Ridge mine to the north. Go to the mine and remove them. We know there are at least 10. Kill them. See if there are more, then report back to me. Okay, we'll do that. The warrior trainer? Yeah, to my left. Okay. Lane, apparently you wanted to see us. Ah, yes, you got my letter then. There's been an influx of warriors in Elwynn recently, which is good for Stormwind, but bad for the kobolds and Defias in the area. Get yourself squared away, learn the layout of the land, and come back to me whenever you need training. I'll be here night or day. The Knights of the Silver Hand have done well in making this place fairly safe, but as you meet other citizens, I think you'll find they all have problems and they could use some help with them. Help a warrior can give them. You know what I'm trying to say. Good luck. What training do you have for us? Yeah, I could teach you a battle shout. It's useful. It increases your melee attack power. What's melee attack power? Great. Let's pop that onto our bar. We'll sort out where all these will go in the future. For now, it doesn't really matter. Well, great. General has begun his journey. He has some spells. Spells? No, he has some training in Warrior Path. Marshal McBride has sent us north. Scout, collect some bandanas. Apparently, they're actually this way. I know we have quests behind as well, but I like to do things in a sort of an RP sense. If the story is talking about going to kill the Defias, then I don't want to switch around just because of convenience sake. So let's cross the bridge, collect some bandanas. Hey, Defias Thug, can we have your bandana? For asking nicely. Clearly that's a no. we're going to have to work out as well. I think I've got a combat scrolling text add-on, but I can't remember the keys to get up the pane for it. We'll have to get rid of the execute and overpower at some point. But for now, alas, we can keep it there and pretend that we're all powerful. Ah, a friend of ours has taken the aggression. Help them. Nod. Slash nod. Take us out of hardcore chats for now. I think it's not necessary. Oh, there's a couple here. Be careful. Don't want... There we go. We'll take one of them. Oh, he went up a level. Perhaps he timed it. This encounter. Multiple at a time. Yeah, maybe he was. Maybe he was very intelligent. I mean, being a paladin, General knows that that path requires not simply touch the light, or the calling of the lights, but a level of intelligence that General really hasn't ever had. When he was at school, he was a child, he was never a confident student. He sat at the back and he hoped that the teacher wouldn't ask for him to provide an answer to the question. Regularly would sink back into his chair, hope that he couldn't be seen. There are many days where he would die of embarrassment for not being able to provide an answer to his teacher. Being seen to look silly in front of his friends. He cared a lot. He cared a lot about what other people. And as much as this journey is about helping his family, gaining strength, experience, that he could eventually join the Argent Crusade, there's another aspect as well, which is proving his own worth to himself. The way to do that is by taking the bandanas of thugs in a farm of apples. Are these baskets of apples or something? Yes, that's how you do it. He's remembered to use his new ability that was taught to him, Battle Shout. After killing this Defias thug, General picked up a pitted Defias short sword, a little bit more sharp than his own. His has been dulled and blunted by combat he's engaged in recently, so he's picked up this new one and hopes it's a little bit sharper. But more than that, he also loves the look of it. Curved blade. It's interesting though. He picked up this pitted blade from Defias people, and yet they all have quite straight swords. What is that about? Let's see if we can take two. General is feeling overconfident here. But he believes he can do it. He has big muscles, very big muscles. Brilliant. Hopefully he won't get too big for his boots. He is a mortal man. Should be careful. I believe he's collected enough of these bandanas now, so I'm going to head over to the northern edge of the Northshire zone to kill some kobold workers. Lots of killing so far. It's lucky that General has built up quite a strong stomach after having been lorded over by the Scarlet Crusade. Quite known for their love of violence. Wow, level 4. Big boy. As General surveys the landscape as well, he notices there are a lot of other young adventurers around here too. Well, he says young, but this guy has an extremely severe case of receding hairline. He wonders just how young or old he is. Why would he be in Northshire Abbey if he was not quite young? He decides that that guy must be young, but just have a real shame really to recede so young. Probably fares worse with the ladies than does our general. Just the one more. I'd quite like to take one of their candles actually. We've taken 5. 5 candles. General, you've been stocking them up. They said don't take them and you've just taken 5 of them. Mental. Right, back to the Marshal. We should find someone to sell our scraps to as well. Godric, would you take a couple of swords of us? We don't have use of them and it's just weighing us down. Aye. Thank you. Okay, thanks Godric. Deputy, we got some bandanas. Back with some bandanas, I see. The Stormwind Army appreciates your help. And for doing so, have this sword. Ah, oh, gee whiz, thank you. Great. Military sword. Yeah, anything else for us, Deputy? You've shown yourself a dependable warrior, General. Dependable and not afraid to get your hands dirty, eh? I have a friend, Millie Osworth. She's in some trouble. She's over with her wagon on the other side of the Abbey, near the stable. I'm sure she could use a pair of hands like yours. Okay. Anything else? One more thing. Garrick Padfoot, a cutthroat who's plagued our farmers and merchants for weeks, was seen at a shack near the Vineyards, which lies east of the Abbey across the bridge. Bring me the villain's head and earn his bounty. Be wary though, General. Garrick has gathered a gang of thugs around him. He will not be an easy man to reach. Willem, it's General, not General. Okay? Oh my god. I think General's in love. What? And another one. Oh my god. General, snap out of it. Marshal, we have some news. I don't like hearing of all those kobolds in our mine. No good can come of this. Here, take this as payment, and when you're ready, speak to me again. I'd like you to go back to the mines one more time. Your previous investigations are proof that the Echo Ridge mine needs purging. Return to the mine and help clear it of kobolds. Waste no time, General. The longer the kobolds are left unmolested in the mine, the deeper a foothold they gain in Northshire. Sounds serious. Yes, we'll do this now. One more thing. I've another piece of intel for you if you're heading into the Echo Ridge mine. One of my scouts spoke of a kobold much larger than the rest, hiding deep within the heart of the mine. Its size suggests it may be coordinating with other kobolds, which makes its mere existence a great threat to Northshire. Slay it, and we very well may deal a decisive blow to the kobold infestation. I want you to go down into the Echo Ridge mine and kill the foul creature. Of course, your efforts will be rewarded appropriately. And what's the name of this beast? Fearsome beast known as Snuffle Snout. Fearsome indeed.
Be careful.
Right, let's do that. And as we make our way there, let's firstly talk to Millie Osworth. There's Millie. Millie, I hear you're after a strong pair of hands.
How are you?
Oh, Deputy Willem told you to speak with me. He's a brave man and always willing to help. But his deputies keep him stuck at Northshire Abbey, and I'm afraid the problem I have today is beyond him. Perhaps you can help me. Well, it's that a gang of brigands, the Defiers, moved into the Northshire Vineyards while I was harvesting. I reported it to the Northshire Guards, and they assured me they'd take care of things. But I'm afraid for my crop of grapes. If the Defiers don't steal them, then I fear our guards will trample them when they chase away the thugs. Please, you must help me. I gathered most of the grapes into buckets, but I left them in the vineyards to the southeast. Bring me those crates and please save my harvest.
See you later.
Absolutely. We have a strong pair of hands. I'll say it again. Our hands are strong. We'll do that. But first, I'm afraid I have to go into the mines. And can you wait a few minutes? If I must. Thank you. Off we go to the mines. So this is the Turtle WoW version 1.17.2 or something. I can't quite remember. In any case, it's the one where for anyone in the future, this is the one where some significant changes have been made to the classes. And so it'll be interesting to see what the class changes are. That I notice. I don't know if I'll notice all of them. I did play a warrior original game, but I haven't played one for a while. It may be difficult for me to know. I don't remember Battle Shout being here this early, but maybe it always was. Maybe it always was. We have to kill some labourers, but also keep an eye out for Snuffle Snouts. Try and find out where Snuffle Snout may spawn would be a good idea. I would guess around here, but hard to know. It seems like an opening. Can people join as a group in hardcore? I think that they can, but I mean they definitely can for... Oh god, we didn't get Snuffle Snout. Great. That's okay. One of these quests then. Stand and wait. Let's once again admire this guy. Curtains of hair, thick, luscious hair. Extremely muscular torso. Definitely. Wrong man. Did we get it? I think we may have got it. General, you star. Oh. Lightning reflexes. General is a... Gosh. He is simply a god. No, let's not get above ourselves. He is a mortal man and we need to be aware of that. Perfect though, we can kill labourers on the way out. General has so much adrenaline flowing through his veins that he lets out a roar, a battle shout, you would say. Ugh. This game is extremely popular. It is a real marvel to me. There is this much appetite. A game like this. Actually, it doesn't at all. I don't know why I even say that. I'm not surprised. It's a great game. And people are interested in the changes. Recently, I think. The leveling experience is definitely quicker in the early stages. Didn't know by how much, but oh, that's nice. A little well with actual water inside. Deeper into the mines we go. Try and take two here. You can afford to do so. General definitely is, as he's been saying many times to the women. I think he was trying to show off a little bit towards Millie. by reiterating how strong his hands were. But he is dependable. I think that is what he was doing. He was showing off to a woman. Gosh, I didn't even notice at the time, but General, be calm. Got 2 on your tail here. We need to we cut them down before we leave. One more for good measure. It's guarding the exit. We need to get rid of it. I think the marshal will be happy. Kill one more than supposed to. Okay. Let's do Millie's quest now. So, east across the river. Let's check our diary. It's hard to read General's handwriting. It's not the best. As I said, he struggled a bit in school, but that isn't a reflection of his character. His notes suggest that, yeah, we need to go and get the grapes. They weren't apples, they were grapes. They were gathered into buckets. They're vineyards. So we need to collect Millie's harvest from those buckets. Not a problem. General's hoping that the Defias thugs haven't sort of blacklisted his name and maybe even put out a warrant on his, well, capture and execution. There we go, level 5. General, you were explicitly told not to trample on the vineyards, on the grapes, and yet that's what you're doing. You just walk straight through grapes. I said, go in between them. Very good. You're right in the middle. Oh my gosh, you're right in the middle of a vine. That's not good. Grapes are living. And you care what Millie thinks, don't you? Oh my gosh, an attack from behind. That was uncalled for. General's got a nasty gash in his back now. He's hoping it's going to scar, because he kind of does think that scars are cool. Got some nasty ones on his knees from where he was on a pedal-powered machine, and he fell. He was going down a hill very, very quickly and showing off actually to his 2 younger sisters. And when he got to the bottom of the hill, he tried turning, but his bike lost control and he skidded onto the floor, tumbled over a few times, and both of his knees had large gashes in them. After many weeks of healing, he was left with 2, to be honest, pretty cool looking scars on his knees. And since that day, he's accumulated many more all over his body. And each one, a nice hop over the fence there, very good. Each one is a mark of pride. General, he looks at it, it's a chapter in his life. He can reminisce on where and when he received it. Straight back to Millie, is it? Not to the Marshal? I see where your loyalties lie. Millie, we've got the harvest. Oh, thank you, General. You saved my harvest, and I hope you showed a few of those Defias that they can't cause trouble around here. We might be short on guards these days, but we're lucky to have heroes like you to protect us. Millie, it was nothing. Do you want to go on a date with me? Oh, I mean, anything else? Now that my crop is saved, take this great manifest to Brother Niels. He manages a store of food and drink in Northshire, and yeah, I'm sure he'll be happy to hear that he's got fresh grapes. You'll find Brother Niels in the Abbey, in the bell tower, where he likes to taste his wine.
Have a good one.
Oh god, you've made us so awkward there, General. Really put your foot in that. Okay. You'll get there, don't worry. Just, you know, don't go straight for the ask. Goodness me. Okay, to the Marshal. Marshal, we've been into the mine. Though your journey has only just begun, you've already proven yourself an invaluable asset to Northshire. Please choose your reward. You have earned it. Thank you. The copper scale leggings? Of course. Oh, they are extravagant. General wears them and pretends he's got some dragon skin leggings on. That makes him feel good.
What can I do for you?
Yes, and we've killed Snufflenose, the kobold as well. Once again, you've earned my respect and the gratitude of the Stormwind army. There may yet be kobolds in the mine, but I will marshal others against them. We have further tasks for you. Once again, choose a reward. The outfit of boots, thank you. Very cool. Oh, he feels like he's got a full dragon on his lower half of his body. That is an incredible look.
Light be with you.
What's next for me, Marshal? General, you are a warrior with proven interest in the security of Northshire. You are now tasked with the protection of the surrounding Elwynn Forest. If you accept this duty, then I have prepared papers that must be delivered to Marshal Dugan, Goldshire. Goldshire lies along the southern road past the border gates. Gosh, so I'm ready to leave? You're ready to begin your journey. Go forth. You are dismissed, General. Yes, sir. Okay, to the top of the bell tower we go. God, it is lucky that General is so fit. That's a lot of steps. Brother Niels.
How are you?
We have the Great Manifest. You look to be in fine spirits. Come, have a seat and have a drink. Let's see here. Oh my, Millie's grapes have been saved. When she told me that the brigands overran her vineyards, I nearly despaired. With my faith in the light, it did not waver. And through your bravery, we now have grapes for more wine. May the light bless you, General, and keep you safe. Please, choose a reward. Belt, thank you. Of course. Great. It's always nice to be able to tie up your pants from falling down. General's very happy. He feels accomplished. Before he goes, he wants to one last chat with the warrior trainer. See if he has any more wisdom to impart. Lane, I'm gonna head to Goldshire. Have you any further training before I go?
What can I do for you?
Got a couple more things you could find handy. This one here, charge. I'm gonna teach you how to sprint really fast into an enemy. The second one here, I'm gonna show you exactly where to cut an enemy to make them bleed. Okay. Thanks, Lane. We'll stop by sometime soon. I'm sure. Charge and rend. Fantastic. Right, let's put those on our bar, shall we? Charge and rend. Well, once again, I'll move these all around at some point in the future. Now, I will keep them. Actually, I'm going to move this one instantly. There we go. I don't normally... Where do I normally have charge? I thought it was on 3, really. I'll just put it onto that for now. Before I go, I'm going to go to our favourite vendor, Godric. Godric, we've got a few more things to sell. Hopefully you'll take them all. Oh, I love candles, me. Okay, we have a wooden hammer. I know you take weapons. And some boots. And some water. Strangely, I never feel thirsty. Oh, and a sword. You can have that too.
Careful.
Right, what's this quest here? Ah, Garrick Padfoot. We never did that. Across the water we go. One final time. We thought our duty and our job here in Northshire Abbey and the surrounding areas was complete. Alas, General was wrong. Intellect failed him. His memory. There's one more piece of the puzzle. Be fitted. Nice cut there. General just using some of his new learning. The strike. An artery of the Defias thug. It's a little shack here. Like this may be the area. We have another citizen tasked with taking out the Defias. And there we go. Garrick Padfoot. Padfoot? Yes, Padfoot. Goodbye, friend. We shall leave the party. And that truly is Northshire Abbey complete. Apparently there's a chicken up there. I don't want to ruin my immersion though. There's no way that General would go up there naturally, so that quest is to be left. If you're just listening along, there's a quest far to the north. Follow the river up past to the east of Northshire Abbey. Then there's a sort of ends in a natural lake. About half the distance before you get to that lake, there seems to be a yellow exclamation mark there with a quest titled Clock. As I say, General would never get there, so we shall not be doing it. And that's one of the ways that I play this, is that, you know, it's gentle RP and all the rest, but I wouldn't necessarily do quests for the sake of completionists or being a completionist. We do quests because it makes sense for General to do them.
Hello.
Deputy, in this bag I have Garrick's head. What do you want to do with it? Ah, you finally caught him. You've done Elwynn a great service and earned a nice bounty. Just stick it on the floor. We'll deal with it later. Please, choose a reward. The cloak, thank you.
Have a good one.
Fantastic. We are partially decked out, but where we are partially decked out, it's looking good. General, you are You're doing well. In fact, this cape goes down to his bum. That's a lot further than most capes do, so that's great, especially in the early game. Teresa, how are you? What have you got to sell? Nothing right now, but I have a request, if you'll excuse me. I said it makes me so nervous to approach people without leaving the Abbey, but it's the only way I can possibly get my wish fulfilled. The request, you see, I love to visit Stormwind City and see my friend Suzetta at the Galena Winery, and I always walk past the fountain in the trade district. You know, the one next to the bank? Oh, you've never been inside Stormwind? You have to go there. If you head towards the city, could you toss this coin into the fountain for good luck? I've heard that if you toss a coin in, your wish will come true. My wish is to visit Stormwind again as soon as possible. Oh, and if you could, please send my greetings to Suzetta Galena. That's it. Yeah, of course, we'll do that, and we'll probably throw another coin in for myself.
Safe travels.
Okay. Who's this guy? Falcon Eisenstrider. Falcon, we're heading that way. Do you know the way to Goldshire? Yeah, just follow the road. One other thing, though.
You need something?
Yeah, so every adventurer should rest when exhaustion sets in. There's no finer place to get rest and relaxation than the place you're heading already. Goldshire. The Lion's Pride Inn in Goldshire. In fact, my best friend, innkeeper Farley, he runs the Lion's Pride Inn. If you tell him I sent you, he may give you the special discounted rates on food and drink. To find the Lion's Pride Inn, travel south along the road here. You can't miss it. And no, I'm not on commission. I only get 5% and free food and drink. That's all. Okay, well, we're heading that way, so we'll stop in. Thanks, Falcon, for the advice. He's disappeared. What's going on there? Oh, he's back. We're back. Okay. And that's Northshire Abbey. I think that's where we'll be leaving things here today. Tell me what you think. This is our first episode with General, a hardcore level 5 warrior now. I think we've had a good time. Oh god, he's just seen a woman. Turn back, General. Keep walking. I've had a great time. And I'm excited to continue General's adventure. But let me know your thoughts. Hopefully you're enjoying it as much as I have putting this together. It's all a bit of fun. The RP is gentle. The RP is what it is. And god, if you've noticed, this sword is huge. Quite unwieldy. But once again, General has some strong hands. But yes, let me know your thoughts, and hopefully you'll be back to join us for the next episode where we will begin in Goldshire. Okay, bye bye everyone.